Hello, everybody. Good afternoon,
Hey.
early evening. Um, so, hello, Miss Nancy. Thank you for joining me
Hi.
today. Um, Nancy and I were talking this morning, and she was sharing some wonderful artsy news with me. And we got to talking, and I said, well, there's something I've been wanting to talk about that's going on, you know, that I learned about on um, Forever Conscious. I didn't have the ability to put the link in the chat from where I am in StreamYard, but she has a website, and she's also on YouTube, Forever Consciousness. Her name is Tanaz, and so we'll get to that in a minute. So I want to kind of talk about this today, and then Nancy was sharing some creative fun she was having this morning, and I said, well, let's do a show before the 8 o'clock show with Allison. And she's like, okay. So we are here. So this is a pop up, and just really quick, Ange was the first to pop in to say hello. Hello, Ange. And Lottie B is here, the beautiful pianist. Please check out her channel. She's just wonderful. And yes, Lottie B. B stands for beautiful. Beautiful
Uh-huh.
piano. Yes. Um, you know those people that when they pop in the chat and your face lights up and your heart, you all like, oh, look who's here, and who the fay let her in?
Oh,
Nancy, did you
I
do
had
that?
already subscribed to her channel because you sent me the link and I did watch what you
Mm-hmm.
were talking about. Yeah.
So Ginger Faye and I did some new moon readings on Wednesday, and now today's officially the new moon. And there's some other spiritual stuff going on. So Nancy has joined me for part two. So thanks for popping in. Oh, always love the Faye blessings. I really do. And there's Sonia. Hello, Sonia. And yes, Tanaz does have a wonderful website. She posts a lot of things. So her website, she has a channel. So this is based on what I learned from her. Am I a professional astrologer? No, but I just found what she was saying fascinating. And when Nancy shared with me this morning what she had created, I was like, this fits perfectly in with the vibration of today. So here we are. And Nancy, do you want me to start with what the energy is, and then you can
Yeah.
share
Yeah.
with everybody? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So today is officially the new moon in Cancer, and with that, on July 2nd, when Ginger and I did our show for today, um, several things were starting on. Well, okay, let's backtrack. That day, Neptune started going retrograde. And what was interesting that I want to share about that today and to reiterate is that Neptune began, okay, let me see, 7 2. Okay, so Neptune's retrograde began the 2nd and will go until December 7th, which is interesting, right after day after my birthday. And it's going to be, it's completing its 165th year cycle around the sun. And this is a planet of mysticism, dreams, creativity, romance, and also helps us show us our illusions and some delusions that we may have. It's basically having us kind of confront and do a reality check, kind of looking at where we're at and saying, okay, are my goals reasonable? Are my expectations reasonable? Whatever different areas of our life. So, important changes, can be made during this time. And so by the end of this month, we're going to have at least, I think she said, four planets in retrograde: Pluto, Saturn, Neptune, and then Chiron by the end of this month. So today's energy actually started June 30th. And I'm sorry if it gets noisy. I'm trying to keep my finger by my mute button here. So something called the Sirius Gateway, that, according to Tanaz, runs every year between around June 30th till July 6th. with the culminating energy of really hitting its peak today. So it's kind of like a 2 day like energy peak. And with it being the new moon, it's an extra kick. And with the Sirius gateway, it lines and conjuncts with our sun. But it's Sirius, which is also another star. Which galaxy right now? Not sure of, but Sirius happens to be even 23 times brighter than our own sun. And Tanaz refers to Sirius as our, think of it as our spiritual sun. So we have our physical, like manifesting sun right here. Sirius is our spiritual sun, and it creates a gateway and aligns conjuncts with our sun. And what rarely ever happens is that now the moon is being involved with this gateway, and it doesn't have to be a full moon to have impacted. So the new moon is also having an impact. And with these three energy alignments together right now today, it's all about high vibration, giving us a recharge on a spiritual soul level. And I think a lot of us could use that right now with everything going on in the world. There is an increase of people tapping into becoming authentic, exploring their authenticity. New ideas are coming up, new ideas in technology, creativity. All this is being heightened by this high frequency. She says this is a recharge for the spirit, body, and soul. And this, she said also, if you're feeling kind of tired or slowed down, this is kind of a time to just relax, just go into the flow of it. Like Ginger, we were getting readings about going into the flow and falling into this feminine energy and just letting go and being the other day. So this is a perfect time for that, so that all these new energies and frequencies can get integrated into our different spirit bodies that we have. This is the kind of the looking at life as a glass half full instead of half empty. The looking for the silver linings in the clouds. And what she said to me that really stood out is it's okay to be where you are right now, no matter where that is, and to love yourself.
Yes.
And so the new moon is the peak of the gateway, all about fresh starts. And what she said that I love is time to change that script. So things that we tell ourselves, what we believe about in our lives, time to start looking at that and start flipping the script. And so let me just make sure that I didn't miss anybody coming in. Everyone's saying hello to each other. I'm always delusional in a Fey way, of course. And Flowing is here. Hello, Carmela, my dear. And she agrees. Hello, Isadora. Jessica Lynn is here. And Heather, you are edited. Aw, thank you. It might be because of my hibiscus tea that my sweetheart made. Sip, sip, everybody. Mm. So I think what I wanted to point out before I give Nancy the floor is that what made me think of saying, hey, want to join me today to talk about this is because if you remember, it says this is a time of high vibration where we're tapping into a higher soul level, which means we're connecting better with our guides, with our higher self. And this creates creativity heightening, tapping into our creative potential, new spiritual ideas and projects. And with that being said, all yours, Miss Nancy.
Well, I have been trying to have a deeper connection with my guides and my angels and my ancestors. Um, and I think a lot of times, well, I don't know, for me, being a crone, I am new to this type of spirituality. I've only, like maybe five or 6 years, really seriously the last maybe 4 years. And oftentimes I would have the thought, well, I can't expect for all of this to happen because a lot of excuses. I'm not spiritual enough. I'm not this, I'm not that. And my guides have been very patient with me, and they are coming forward as I meditate and as I dream. And last night, a new guide came forward, and I felt such profound love. But this morning, when I was doing my meditation, I had this profound spiritual experience. I don't know if you would call it a download or an awakening. I don't really have the words for it. I just know that I was profoundly affected, and a lot of things came into my mind, in my spirit, in my heart that weren't there before. And my spirit guides told me that they wanted me to make an oracle deck. And I'm not an artist. I mean, I have watercolors, but come on. A lot of children would do better. But anyhow, I said, okay, well, I will now do it now, right now, do it. And I thought, well, okay. And then all of these ideas started coming into my head, all of these words. And long story short, I ended up, my face and neck and torso were just bathed in tears. And that happens to me when I have a deep connection with spirit. And I will admit that this was the most profound experience that I've had. And a while back, I was watching Hershey, and she talked about something that she had in her family that her grandmother started. And it was the sacred tears cloth. And she said that you find a scarf or, anything really, and that when you shed happy tears or sacred tears, when you were communing with your guides and angels and spirits and ancestors, to use this towel. And this is my sacred tear cloth. And you never wash it. And your sacred tears are saved in this cloth. And I think that's a beautiful idea, because it holds your sacred tears. So I came into my sacred space and I started painting. And a lot of the things that I painted, they have a topic, and I wrote down all of the things that were in my mind that they gave me that I will put on the back of the cards. Some of them I already have, but and what I learned is we're all ready. We just have to open ourselves to it. And it's not hard. I was making it so hard that I was hindering myself. And it's like my guides have been on tippy toes waiting for me to get it together, And when we can do that, that's when just all of this amazing stuff happens. And it's important that we do this, because the world that we live in is really odd right now. And it's been getting this way for a while. And we have to show this light. We have to be this light. We're light workers, right? So that's what happened to me. And I had no idea. But the guide that came forward last night, my precious guide, Heather did a reading for me when she did a pop-up a few days ago. And she told me that she felt like there was a man standing behind me that had dark hair and dark glasses. And I said, well, I don't know who that could be. That's not Ricky. You know, my husband was bald, but he was a redhead at one time. And I said, that wasn't Ricky, you know. That was my guide that came in last night. And Heather saw it before it happened. So I just wanted to share that with you.
I thank you for. I was just like, oh, I want to share that, but I wanted to remain private for you because I know some of us feel or we've been instructed to withhold certain guides' names, especially if they're on a deeply like spiritual, magical, like ritualistic practice with us. Like when I started out learning about Wicca, witchcraft, and paganism, when we took a spiritual name, we could kind of like take a couple names, but one of them would be that you solely kept to yourself and that you would work only and use while in sacred space when you did your sacred work. And so I told Nancy whatever it was that you felt safe sharing to go ahead and do that. But when she started telling me this, and I was just like, oh my gosh, Nancy, let me grab this. And I was telling her about, the gateway, the spiritual, our spirit. I didn't know, why can I never remember the name of that? Sirius. Oh, Heather, think of Harry Potter. Think of Sirius Black.
Yeah.
So, I didn't realize that Sirius was considered a spiritual son of ours. It may or may not be in certain astrological teachings or practices, but when she was telling me that, and she didn't even really know about this except for that link that I sent to her that she said she didn't have a chance to look at yet. So I was just like, wow, to me, this was a sign. And yes, I think some of my abilities are getting a little bit better. And so when Nancy was starting to talk about a special guide that was somebody, important to her, immediately my head was like, remind her, like I needed to remind her and ask her if that was somebody that may have looked like who. And she was like, yeah. So for me, it feels like
Exactly.
validation.
Yeah.
And we've been joined by a few people, and Jonathan is here, just like we thought you would be, Jonathan. Aloha.
We
Holly
manifested you, Jonathan.
Yes, we did. Holly Deshane. Hello, my dear. It's good to see you. Ginger says she loves the idea of the sacred tears cloth. And Jonathan was like, yay, painting for your spiritual journey. And I just want to go ahead and address something for Holly really quick. Appears Holly has been going through some health issues with biopsies. So if we can all send Holly loving, soft, vibrational energy to her right now to support her in her healing and in her continuing, because I had a biopsy once, and it was minimal compared to what some other women in my family have had to, and I remember that being extremely painful. So just if we could all send Holly, put a beautiful, loving bubble of healing and soft light to help support her through this time, that would be absolutely wonderful. The color pink washed over me when I was in deep thought. I felt harmonious and joyful. That's beautiful. And what did we say here? Yes, sending prayers. So thank you, Ginger. Yeah. So if we can all do that for Holly, that would be wonderful. And Miss Taro D is here. Hello, my dear. I must depart, my soul friends. It sounds like a drama, like on a stage. I must depart.
Flowing,
I will see you next time.
Flowing, I saw when this was happening, part of it, I saw a pink light, like a pink.
Mm-hmm. That's beautiful. So we're all connecting. You're very welcome. So yes, we're all sending Lots of love and light to Holly. It's a lung cancer biopsy. Okay, Holly. So we can just all not just focus there, but just send her light all around so that her whole body, and this is for entertainment purposes only, YouTube, before we get into for, but this is all, just sending all that supportive healing light and prayers, and not just for there, but her whole body, because her whole body needs to be, supported and loved and cared for during this time. So the energy will go exactly what, like when I was working with Reiki, the energy will go in the energy will go precisely where it's meant to. And so, um, yes. Woke up the other day, lights were on in 2 rooms. I didn't turn on. Wonder if someone on the other side from my family or my angels and guides could very well be. So, this whole gateway, I didn't get a chance to put the link in the description, but her name is Tanaz, and her channel is Forever Consciousness on YouTube, and she has a website where she posts all this beautiful information. And what is so cool about Tanaz is that she relocated from New Zealand, and she came to America, California, in 2011, and it was during that time thought she wanted to be not a celebrity, she wanted to be an actress, and she said, some roles here and there, but it just did not really pan out, and it just wasn't meant to be what she was supposed to be doing. She came across astrology, became intrigued, and this is what she's been doing. She said for the last couple of years that she's had her channel on. So I would love to have her maybe join us someday if she would be willing
would
to.
that be something?
I have this wish list, of people who are prominent, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, well, I don't know if they would come to someone's channel, small channel, but you never know. So I'm creating a list, and maybe if someone who might know how to properly craft an invitation, or just be yourself and just say hello,
Yeah.
that works too. But everybody is sending Holly healing energy. Thank you. Let's see. I need less friends. It takes 20 minutes just to say hello to everyone.
Oh, you poor thing.
Oh, yep. Just ask. So I'm making a list, and Jonathan, I was thinking that in my head, and I'm like, Heather, you're not going there. It's too early. Well, it is Christmas in July, they always say, right? So,
I shall woman.
and hello, Dina. Hello, my dear. You're lurking while you're eating. Enjoy, enjoy. So, that's what I wanted to share. And her channel's there, her website's there. If anybody wants to watch, and go ahead and view the full, the videos and stuff. I love her energy. I think she's wonderful. So.
The creator, Olivia Rose, the creator of the Mind's Eye Tarot and the Mermaid's Purse Oracle. I have both of her decks, and I saw her deck. Gerald and Jamie presented it, and I just, I had to get that deck. And when I went to her Etsy store, I found that she had done the Mermaid's Purse. And I started following her on Instagram, and I would talk to her and interact with her. And she was so friendly and just a lovely person. And I told Gerald, I said, you need to contact Olivia Rose. She is such a sweet soul. I know she would come on your channel, Gerald. And he did, and she did. And he wanted me to join them, and I was so excited. And then, I had my cataract surgery, and they had the appointment that the same time as like at 4:00, and they dilated both of my eyes, and I couldn't. I watched it, kind of tried to watch it when I got home. But if you watch that, it is the most delightful thing. But having said that, she has a Facebook page, and she had all of her art for years and years stored there. and somebody hacked her account and stole it all.
See, this is why, please, no Temus, no Alibabas. Be careful even on Amazon. This is
Yeah.
why I hesitate doing my own deck.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
really is. That's unfortunate. I just hope that people, if so, moving forward, if you see Olivia Rose's art for sale or if it's her deck, be sure to contact her first,
Yeah.
through whoever she publishes through, to make sure that that is a legit site or seller. And if it's not, at least they can get maybe lawyers after them and start maybe getting some of these people.
Well, her Mind's Eye Tarot is on Amazon and it's authentic. She, she has told me that, but her, and she's working on another deck. She's working on an angel deck. So I think it's going to be an oracle.
That's going to be beautiful.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I love the mermaids person. I'm not into mermaids. And when I saw the artwork, I was just like, oh my goodness. For me, my dream artist to have on here right now would be Jenna Della Gratalia.
Oh,
I just absolutely, and people are not sure who she is. She's the one that did most of all of Colette Baron Reed's decks, and she's now moved on to her own and collaborating with other writers. And just absolutely. And Ms. Tarot D, I have 2 mermaid decks, but I don't think it's hers. The Mermaid's Purse is the one that's got like the mer people in it.
When I ordered her,
Okay,
her Mermaid's Purse, she sent me this. It's signed. I've got it. I still have it in the plastic.
Oh, that is beautiful. I love that.
That's her moon from the Mind's Eye Tarot, and she also has a coloring book which I haven't colored in yet. I'm waiting. I don't want to ruin it, but anyhow, I just want.
And she has an Etsy store. Okay,
she does.
And speaking of Etsy store, this gentleman here also has an Etsy store where he sells beautiful pieces like what Nancy is wearing. He can make custom made, one of a kind, just for you. Well, and now I think Jonathan,
to connect me to my spirit guides.
There you go.
It's a wearable grid.
And Jonathan, I think you might still have a sale going. Just so everybody knows, he still has some pieces left, and he can make you a beautiful piece, just like he did for Nancy. And Floyd says, I love that moon. Yes, it is beautiful. So let me go ahead and just star Sonia for now. Have you asked her, Heather? I bet you know what, I'm going to, but right now, I need to start focusing on, just right out, a lot of y'all know I'm determined for Shannon and I to get out of New York and get to Oregon next year. So I've been balancing my shows and trying to get like maps and reaching out to people and trying to figure some stuff out. So at some point, like I said, I'm keeping a list of people that I would love to have. And then we had, Jackie invited Sasha Graham, who has multiple decks out, including the Haunted House Tarot that we use at times for our investigative tarot. And she agreed to come on. And she was so down to earth. It was amazing. And yes, Aloha for 30% off. So please go over to Jonathan, go right ahead and put anybody who has a channel, has a link, please go ahead and put that into chat. I personally don't follow or believe that when you subscribe to somebody else's channel that it throws off subscriptions. I have not had that experience. I've had some people who know computers and YouTube, and that's not basically how it works. It wouldn't be able to do that. So from my understanding, it doesn't affect. And if someone gets unsubscribed, then just resubscribe. It's no big deal. I just want us to be able to keep supporting each other here.
Yes.
And Fatima, hello, my dear. Good to see you. And hello back. It's been a while. What's up, sweetheart? Good to see you. And yes, we had so much fun. I'm thinking, oh my God, am I going to have to like watch what I say? Do I have to? Because I don't like not being authentic. But with her, and she was just like down to earth. We were laughing. It was just, she was wonderful. Really was. And she shared on her Instagram. There we go. And there is the link. Remember, Aloha 30 for your discount.
Yes.
I like that. Hey, Jag. So, Nancy, was there anything else you want to share before we took some time to do a few readings?
I just wanted to share that because there's just this awesome potential for all of us.
It is. So if you've been feeling drawn to do something new, creative, maybe doing a new spiritual practice, meditation, just go with that flow. As long as it feels right and you're feeling drawn towards it, then this is the opportunity. This is the gateway. This is the energy showing you that it's there, it's available, it's tangible, okay, gotcha, Jonathan. So guess what I just did? The chat jumped on me. And as I clicked on me,
Jonathan, look what she did to you.
StreamYard did that. I took a survey for StreamYard, and I should have put that on there about the way the things jump. And so, Jonathan, you will be read for, my dear. We'll see you back in a minute. Oh, I hate that. So I guess maybe the universe thought Jonathan needed a little time. But Jonathan, you are on the list, my dear. Let me just go ahead and delete some of the comments so I can keep better track of how many people are asking and who have asked. So I know Jonathan is on the list. Hi, where did Jonathan go? Oops.
Hey, Scott.
StreamYard put him in a timeout. I went to go highlight his request for a reading, and before I could hit the mouse, it jumped it. And yes, hold on. See, I waited for back two. There we go. Jeez. So a me for Isadora. Okay. Oops. See, it did it again. But you didn't get timed out. Lottie B, yes. So what I'm going to do is that we have some people I haven't seen in chat in a while. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing some of those people first, because it's always nice to have people pop in that you haven't seen in a while.
Yes.
And Nancy and I just asked that to please stay in chat, so there's no confusion about who's next or who made it to the list. All right, Ange, bye, my dear.
Bye,
Thanks for popping in. Because sometimes we get a lot of requests depending on certain shows, and we just can't get to everybody. So we try to make sure that we get people that maybe we haven't read for in a while. And so, all righty, we have 4, 5. So, actually, we have. I don't remember the last time I got to read for Lottie B. So I would love to read for Lottie B. Yeah, Isadora, and the energy being off. I'm not sure if you were here when I gave my little spiel, but according to Tanaz, and again, this is for entertainment purposes only. Doctors always go see your doctor. But according to her, during this time as well, between the 30th and July 6th, sometimes our energy we might feel a little tired, a little slowed down, because our bodies are integrating this new energy, especially with this new moon coming in. And so the new moons are typically about slowing down, going within contemplation, self-reflection. So just keep that in mind. But please, as always, everybody, please go seek a doctor, for any health concerns. So, all righty. I have Let's see. Am I going to follow a? I'm trying to see because I have been trying to play with different spreads lately. I'm trying to do something. Hi, Jackie. Jackie Jacaranda is here. Okay, let's see. Let's use this spread. Okay, for Lottie B. I'm just going to put Nancy on the big screen because she is usually ready before I. And so let me just take Lottie's name down.
Well, I'm going to come right out of the gate with the deck I created.
Woohoo! Let's see that deck.
And so this is just for me, everybody. Lottie, the first card that I got is you are completely loved by spirit. And I don't think that we can fully understand how deep and wide and all encompassing that love is. It's a completely pure love. And it's a love that spans for all of your lifetimes. They have loved you pretty much forever. And when we come to this life, we have to learn that all over again. The second card I got for you is the flow of spirit. The flow of spirit is all around you, Lottie B. And I think about the spirit of love and the flowing spirit of when I listen to your piano music, what it does to my heart and how it nourishes me. And the final card that I got for you is spreading love. And I feel like that you do that with your music and just your presence in the chat. And that's for us. There's a whole other network of people in your real life. And I just really appreciate you. And so do your angels and spirit guides. That's what I have for you.
Oh, thank you. She says, loving the cards. And she says, thank you. Do feel like I'm channeling while playing.
Jonathan's back.
Yes, Jonathan. I'm telling you, I really wish StreamYard would fix that somehow. I don't know if I need to go into StreamYard to see if I can adjust how fast my chat goes while I'm live so that doesn't happen. I have to figure that out. And Lottie says, thank you so much, Nancy. That's such a beautiful reading. Aw.
Thank you.
Yes. Nancy always gives beautiful readings. So Lottie, I have 3 cards for you. I'm playing with a little bit of a spread here. So the first card is about focusing on this during this gateway and this new moon energy. Stay strong and be a guiding light. Ground yourself and be love. And that's exactly what you do when you play your piano. I mean, not just playing the piano, you're being yourself, but when we listen to your music and listen to you play, this is like your energy, your love going out in your music. Music is such a universal language. It's a global, universal, it's a spiritual language. So at this time, just remember to stay strong, that you are a guiding light. Something to embrace is life and breathing. So making sure that you get time to look after yourself, making sure that, because I know sometimes we forget to actually, all of us physically doing deep breathing. Our breathing sometimes becomes too shallow, especially with the stresses in our life and the constantly going on and on and on with our chores or whatever, daily living. Sometimes we forget to just take moments of deep breathing. So again, deep breaths, breathing, and just embracing life. Despite a lot of stuff that's going on in our world right now, life can still and is beautiful. And to move into that space and breathe. And for your last card, a positive experience to come, connection, Lottie. So yes, I do believe that your piano, your music, is part of how you channel spirit, and how spirit speaks through you to share their message, their gifts, through with yours. And this is apophyllite. You can find this in pretty much any crystal store, and it says connect. So this helps. Even though apophyllite is a high vibration stone, it's also, it helps you to ground, and it helps up your third eye. And apophyllite's a popular stone for a lot of Reiki practitioners because it helps connect stronger to that higher vibration. So making sure that you stay grounded, but at the same time, just connecting with your guides. Remember to breathe and just keep sharing that beautiful gift with all of us. And that's what I have for you, Lottie. Oh, it's so nice to be able to read for you.
Yes.
Bye, Miss. Oh, bye, Miss. Oh, you're not feeling well today, Miss Tarot D. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Much love to you. Everybody's sending you that love. You'll feel better soon. I love that. What beautiful cards. Yes. All righty. That's really lifted me after feeling a bit low today. So thank you both so much. You're welcome, Lottie. And again, remember, sometimes, and not just the gateway or what's going on in life, but our bodies, we're affected by weather too. There are days when certain, barometric pressures change or weather systems change. That affects our bodies too. And I know when certain things are coming in, if I start to get a headache a little bit more, oh, we got a storm coming in, or, we feel a little bit more lethargic. Oh, maybe that's what. So, we're all different. We're all affected on so many different spiritual levels, physical, emotional. So, yeah, everybody give themselves a big hug. And remember, breathe. Just take a deep breath, because sometimes that's the best thing when you feel, at least for me, especially going into Walmart, coming out of Walmart. I have to do deep breathing, or any store, just because when you go in, sometimes you feel that energy in certain places, and you just feel like you're almost kind of suffocating, like you're trying to hold your breath, So make sure we all give ourselves a lot of love. Hot and humid. Yep. Same here. Looks like we might have a storm coming in. Not to mention all the toxins released by all the fireworks yesterday. Yes, that too. All righty. So, seeing that he got kicked out of the, we can do Jonathan next.
Okay.
So let's do Jonathan. Okay. I'm going to mute myself and put Nancy in the big screen.
Let's see. What do we have for Jonathan? Let's see. I'm ready. Jonathan, the cards I got for you, this is the card of your ancestors. They are very close to you. And they want you to remember something. There's something that they want you to remember. I'm not sure what it is. This is a card of dreams. Perhaps it will be revealed to you in your dreams. And the final card that I got for you is you have the support of your spirit guides. And I think this all works together because your ancestors are close by. They're wanting you to remember something in your dreams, and your spirit guides are going to help you with that. So I think you have to be open to receiving the message from your ancestors and embrace your spirit guides for their help. That's what I have for you, Jonathan.
I just love that she's reading her new cards. This is so much fun. So Jonathan, focus on this. And this kind of thing goes with the ancestors, because our ancestors are part of our past life. Past life emotions live in you. You are expressing more and it is releasing. And I think, Jonathan, in recent months, you've mentioned about working on past life, not just in this life. I mean, because our past lives could be our lifetimes in this life as well. All of our different ages, different experiences that we've had and events. And this also going into our past lives, if you believe in past lives. And this could include as well as our ancestors. So this past life emotion is living in you, and you are expressing more and you are releasing more. And I think that also goes beautifully with what Nancy was talking about in the beginning about the crying towel or the tear cloth. I don't know if you were here when Nancy was explaining what she learned from Hershey about the tear cloth. So that's your first card for embracing this attraction and magnetism. And so it's just embrace everything that's positive going on, everything that you want to attract into your life. If it seems like things are coming to you, that things are being drawn to you, people, new ideas for healing. I think you said there was a new workshop you were working on. A lot of these new things that you're manifesting, people are also going to be drawn to that. And I think too, with past lives and with Nancy's ancestors, I think you're drawing more ancestors to you, or maybe to call upon and draw more ancestors towards you to help you support you in your continuing spiritual development and practices. And then for a positive experience to come. I love this. I got angel light for you, the angels. So connecting with your angels, your guides, learning how to, and angel light, because of it being blue, it's a part of our throat chakra, and our throat chakra is about communication. And a lot of times our voices are shut down. Sometimes we don't even know why, but then later on we learn it's because of past life experiences. So working on reopening our voices, our throats, speaking our truth, speaking what we believe in, releasing what no longer serves us, and by doing that, connecting with the angels. And I just love how there's all these beautiful like little feathers within the crystalline of the angel light. And so speaking again, connecting with your guides and speaking your truth. And that's what I have for you. Angelite is such a beautiful stone. I don't think I have a piece anymore. I think it might have been gifted, but a lot of these crystals can be found right at your crystal shop. And let's see, Jonathan says, you guys are so on. I'm planning on offering a past life healing group. I knew there was something. Group coaching program coming soon using tarot and past life regressions. Oh my God. I love this. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you so much for sharing this with us, Jonathan. It just feels so good to, be validated and know that the cards are coming out right, and the messages are coming out, and going into how some of our past lives are ancestors of our current incarnation. Yes, I think it's quite possible that, like me, I could be my reincarnated great grandmother from several generations back, or an aunt or something. So it's really interesting about talking about healing the ancestral line, how we feel about reincarnation, and exploring that. And that is going to be an amazing workshop, Jonathan.
Yes.
If I was in Hawaii, I'd be there taking it.
I think he's going to do it online.
Oh, online too.
Mm-hmm.
And even Carmela, Jonathan, that is wonderful. So yes, all righty. So let me just go in. And Beck, are you still here? Because we haven't read for you in a very long time. So I'm going to take a sip. Wait to see if Beck is here. I gotta figure out, see if I can get, you know how like Jane has her little angel phone, and Gerald has his little white courtesy phone. Oh, she's here. You bet. So excited. I would love to get something where it's like a wild cat growl going. That would be fun. So, all righty. Yeah, it has been ages since we've been able to do a reading for you. So, I'm going to mute myself, put Nancy in the.
Beck, I have 3 cards for you. The first one is for you to connect with your ancestors. And it says, what you need to do is to ask them to take all that does not belong to you. You are carrying something from a long time ago that happened before this lifetime. And they want to take it back from you. And you need to allow them to do this, thank them, and love them. The second card is meditation. You can do this through deep meditation, opening yourself to your ancestors, embracing them. This can be through meditation, also your dreams. But I think if this is the card of setting intentions, if you set the intention to communicate with your ancestors regarding this, they will be there for you, and they will take care of this for you. And that's what I got.
All righty. She says, wow, that makes so much sense. Okay. Off to a good start. And yes, Jonathan's program will be online.
Yes.
Wonderful. So Beck, focus on this during using this energy, and focus on this. You are here for a purpose, learning and realizing what matters to you. And that's really for all of us. A lot of these readings are all very collective readings. So just knowing that you are here for a purpose. Because again, a lot of us are thinking with everything going on, why? I mean, that's the existential question. Why am I here? What is my life purpose? And just to do a little quick segue, Ginger Faye has a wonderful spread that she does for life purpose readings. It's kind of like a little roadmap, a spiritual guide, like a spiritual roadmap. I've had one with her, and it was amazing. So I'm just going to put that out there for any life purpose readings. Reach out to Ginger. But here, you are here for a reason, my dear. There's a purpose. And I kind of love this because it almost looks like our brain a little bit, and that little star in there. Wouldn't that be something if that was supposed to be Sirius in that picture? And we have that pituitary gland, or our pineal gland, excuse me, where we open up, which helps us to open up and connect with our guides, our spiritual higher self. And so it's that beautiful awakening of you are here for a purpose. Embrace this. And I got the Atoms card, which means building. So you hear building. Atoms are the building blocks of, all matter, our bodies, the universe, everything. And I love that she's in this boat, and she's like on the water collecting what looks like little moons. For me, this feels like these are your ideas. These are your intentions. This could also be guides that you are inviting on your ship, and you're going through, and you're collecting and taking what serves you, and you're leaving behind in the water what doesn't serve you. And you're moving towards this big, beautiful, huge atom, which is just spinning and full of potential. And it says building. And the next card is very interesting. Beck, I don't know if you are thinking about starting a personal business, or if you're thinking about helping someone in a business. But I did get the Cinnabar card, and with the last one being atoms and building something, collecting and building onto something, I got the Cinnabar and it says business. So I'm wondering if you are maybe thinking about starting some sort of spiritual practice, business, or maybe going into business with somebody, or even in the support of supporting someone's business. So this beautiful it's a cinnabar. It's a beautiful sacral chakra. It's a place where we get grounded, we get motivated. That's where it's like the kind of like the fight or flight mode. But when we tap into that in the positive aspects of that, it's like potential, unlimited potential energy, excitement, passion, just is like a catalyst. You, I was, but the idea didn't work out. Okay, so there was probably then reason that it didn't. Maybe some of the things empty and left behind that wasn't meant to go into your boat. But still, there's something with a business. This might be something you might want to work on your own. Maybe you can bring something of your own into fruition. So that's right there. So I'll just leave it at that. And that is my reading for you, my dear. Try not to be a stranger. I love seeing Beck in here. I love seeing Holly. I love seeing Lottie B. It's so nice to see everybody. And hello, Moira. Thank you for popping in and joining us. And yes, check with Ginger Faye on that. I had and I still have everything written down that she shared with me. Crazy. I was just thinking about how the structure of an atom is reflected in the orbit of the planets and the stars. Very interesting. Totally looks like the brain's neural network in blue. It does. Well, maybe the idea, that particular idea may not be, you know, but maybe a new one, especially with this gateway.
Yeah.
So just let the energy flow. And if something, something I wanted to share that just popped into my head. Her name is Mel Robbins. And back in the day, she did something called the 5-second rule. She had lost her job. They didn't know how they were going to pay bills. She had a hard time getting out of bed in the morning. Her husband would go to work. They were trying something to do with business or something had been failing. And she was watching, there was a rocket launch. And she was sitting there watching 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And that jump started in her mind saying, all right, the minute you have an idea, before your brain can even think about saying no, especially if if it's something that you feel like you feel like needs to be done, it's like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, jump on it. Because after that, then you may decide not to do it. Fear might take over, the ego might take over. So you have that 5-second rule. You think of something, ooh, do I want to? And then yes, unless of course you feel that it's going to be a negative thing to do. But an idea, reaching out to somebody, whatever the thought was, 5-second rule, boom, do it. Don't hesitate and move forward with it. So I gotta get back. Mel is really cool. Okay, hello Sharon. I will add you. We'll see if we have time. I want to make sure we get to some people we haven't read for in a while. We thank everybody too for joining us. And a lot of these readings have all been very, as always, collective. We can all get behind it. And hello, Carrie is here joining us, and Fatima still here. Nice to see you, Fatima. Thank you for being here. I like that 5-second rule. So no overthinking, so that your ego doesn't shut you down. Like if I'm going to sit in for a couple times I've done this, I'm like, I'm going to email Jenna Della Gratalia. And then, oh no, I shouldn't. And then it was like, but what it, so examples like that, if I just do it before your brain. Hi, Sue. I will add you to the list as well. See if we have time. So I make sure I didn't miss anybody. Okay, so let me go in. Let me take Array read on back. So we haven't, I don't think we've read for Nor yet. So Nor, are you still with us? And if you do request a reading from Nancy and I, please stay in chat. We appreciate you being here. And so when we call you, I know it's tempting to jump from sometimes chat to chat, but it helps us to connect, and it's just respectful for us readers. We're happy to be here for you and to read for you. So Jonathan says, thank you for my reading, Heather and Nancy. You are so welcome, Jonathan. Okay, I will add you, Carrie. We'll see how things go. I have not seen Nor. So we'll skip Nor for now. And Isadora, are you still here, my dear? Let me see if I can see Isadora. She made any comments recently. Isadora. So Nancy, while we're waiting to see if Isadora is here, how do you feel the cards? How's the energy? Do they feel good to you?
I'm really pleased. I feel like they want me to make more cards. Oh, Isadora's here. Okay.
Yes, she is. I'm still here. All righty.
Let's see.
So Isadora is up. For people coming in, Nancy got inspired to create some personal oracle cards for herself. She made them herself with Nancy, what was the watercolor brand that you used? What was the company? Do you remember?
I don't know. They were
okay.
they were in a tube.
I love that. Yes.
And they were in a tube, and I used water and brushes.
There we go. That's good enough for me. All right. For Isadora. Oh, it's always a joy reading with you, Nancy. I'm going to mute myself.
Isadora, I have 3 cards for you. The first one, this is a card of spirit. You are completely loved by spirit. You are immersed in spirit's love. I don't think we can appreciate the depth and the magnitude of that. And they want you to spread the love. It's a beautiful pink color, pink light that just shows you that spirit is here. Spirit is with you. And this is a card, it's the wave of spiritual growth. And there's a sea of angels at your service. And your heart soars with love. So all of these cards for you, Isadora, have to do with love, how you are loved, how you communicate your love to others, and this huge wave of spiritual growth that's coming your way. It's coming your way, and you have to dive into it. You have to be the one to accept it and go to the water and dive in. That's what I have for you, Isadora.
Oh, Nancy, I'm loving it. Loving it. So, Isadora, focus on this. And again, this is a beautiful message for the collective as well. You are your greatest gift. Your life's journey is your masterpiece. Just like Nancy's beautiful cards, that's her masterpiece. That's her soul's reflection and her beautiful connection with her guides, and connecting with the materials, the medium. It's all beautiful, divine connection. So that is a beautiful masterpiece. So you are your greatest gift. We all are. Something to embrace is gravity. Being grounded. So the card's called Gravity, but the title is Groundedness. So if you're feeling, and here's all the planets all coming, because we do have 4 planets are going to be in retrograde all at once by the end of this month. And with Neptune's, of course, creativity, intuition, emotions. So we need to extra take time to make sure we're grounded, and that I almost think the word flight's a fancy just kind of came when I'm looking at the little butterflies attached to her. Um, it's okay to be within the universe, moving within the universe, and to me, it feels like she's dreaming. So again, paying attention to our dreams. Our dreams are our intuition during this gateway, and I just love how all the animals are surrounding you. I feel like animals gravitate towards you. That you have a lot of maybe animal guides that are coming to you, or you may be seeing, and maybe start paying attention to some of them as well. And a positive experience to come is the amethyst, intuition. So start trusting in your intuition. Amethyst, again, available at any local metaphysical shop, or even nowadays, you go into places like Five Below. At least we have Five Below here on the East Coast, but you also have Joanne Fabrics. A lot of these stores are starting to carry rose quartz and amethyst now. So depending on where you get that, if you can see, but in this one here, there's a woman at an ocean, and she's in connecting to her higher self, that intuition, the water. Um, and just really working on that third eye, and being open to your dreams, to what your spirit guides, your animal guides are trying to tell you. And that kind of like opening the third eye too in this, you are your greatest gift. We are all our own masterpiece. So that's what I have for you, my dear. I hope that resonated. This is Adora. I've been wanting to be one with my spiritual, and it's a process that we all go through. We all change. Here, let me just move Nancy back over here. Our paths are our own, and some of us are a little. And when I say slower, it doesn't mean because we're lacking or we're not good enough. It's that we all have our own energetic blueprint and life experiences and development that we are on. And sometimes, we go off on a different direction for a while, and we may come back to where we were to go off on another one. We just all flow differently, and just making sure that you stay grounded during this time, and connecting with your intuition and with your animal guides. And hello, Peace Mama. Hello, my dear. It's good to see you. Sometimes I keep thinking it's Monday, and I'm like, wait a minute, because Nancy and I do a show on Monday, our Divine Feminine. So
Yeah.
today was a special papa. So let me take Isadora off. And Sonia, sweetheart, I think you're still here. Yep, she is. So have you seen Nor at all? Say that they're here?
No, I haven't.
Okay. So they probably took off. All righty. So we are going to be reading for Sonia. And I'm going to mute myself.
Okay. Oh, there I am. Heather, I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry. I was waiting. On my turn.
I'm muted. I meant to put you over and didn't realize when I did that it didn't work. So
Sonia, I have three what I think are very interesting and beautiful cards for you. I mean, the message is beautiful. You are on a path. Do you see the path right there? Wait a second here, where my finger is right there. And you're traveling this path. It's a path of life. But you're not alone. I want you to look at this and see if you can see what I see. This is the eye of the divine. It is watching you. Spirit is watching you as you're on your path. It never sleeps. It never goes away. It's always with you. And the final card that I got for you, I love this. This is one of my favorite cards that somehow got created. It is the cavern of your soul. And this white being, can you see her heart? That's the heart of your soul. And your cavern has many, many rooms and many nooks and crannies. And there's a lot for you to explore there with your guides and your angels. And you need to quiet yourself and feel their presence and go within and have the realization of everything that they have for you. Our guides and our angels, they're on tippy toes, waiting for us. And when we truly connect with them, I mean, it's like it's all of these fireworks go off. And that's what I have for you. I mean, I think this is very powerful for you, Sonia. And I'm excited for you. And we have to realize that we're never alone. Spirit is always with us. And Heather, one thing that I forgot to share about this for everybody is our higher self. We need to name our higher self. We need to realize that our higher self, this is what came to me, is a real entity. I mean, we're here and this is our physical being, but our higher self has been with us for millennium. Okay? And when we name our higher self, it becomes real. And you can talk to your higher self. You choose the name. I chose my name. My higher self is Starlight. And everybody discovers their own name, like you name a baby, And then for me, Starlight is part of me. Starlight has always been part of me, but I didn't realize the depth of it until this morning. And that's what I wanted to share with everybody.
Oh, that is so beautiful. And even Marcy says, Auntie Nancy, that was so beautiful. So Sonia, I'm going to go to the last card because Nancy had that beautiful pink and red card. So I got this beautiful pink and white crystal. I have Zinsight for you. So that's a part. So I'm going to just start with going to the end. Well, I just want to show that first because I actually need to keep and go the direct way. And so Mazi's going to help me for your reading, and then you're going to get down. So your first card is Focus on This, and it's Shine Love on Fear. And Nancy, there's those colors again.
Yes.
And it says here, love will light up the darkness. And I think that pretty much says it all. Right now, we're all going through a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress. And that's probably not even including what's going on in our personal lives. Hold on a second. Okay, we got to get down. Say bye, everybody. All right. So we have to remember that even though there is a lot of darkness, there's also, without the darkness, we cannot see the light. I know we go on and on a lot about that in our chats, but it's true, and in our readings, love will light up the darkness, and that love, the universe just wants you to remember that. And hello, Ramon, I just saw you pop at the bottom. Hello, my dear. And so to focus on that, despite everything that's going on, personal relationships, the world, our country, we still have to remember to love, because if we don't, fear wins. And we can't have that happening. And it won't. So we need to get out of that fear that the media, other people in our community might want, that fear mongering. We need to just ground ourselves, get balanced, be true to ourselves, and just continue to be that beacon of light, like you are, Sonia. That beautiful beacon of light. And if you look at this, I kind of see a face too. There's the mouth, there's like the nose, there's like an eye there in the head. So that's the first time I've ever seen this. So this could very well be a guide as well, or a universal guide, or because the universe has multiple guides and energies as well. So embrace this, your wildness, my dear, your electricity. When you let go of that fear, then you're allowed to be who you are. Letting go of that fear, and we just lighten ourselves up. We become lightning. We become it'll be a catalyst for you when you let go of that fear, and when you try to focus more on love. Um, that wildness comes out. Our pure joy, our passion, our inner child. We just light up, and there's that beautiful lightning. So embrace that beautiful wildness of yourself. And then for a positive experience to come, I did, like I mentioned, get this insight, which is physical body and root chakra. And so again, getting grounded, feeling your body, being in your body. A lot of us trying not to pay attention to what's going on physically in our bodies, and trying to distract ourselves with food or drink or internet, um, shows, TV, to distract what's going on and to connect spiritually within ourselves. And I needed to pull another card for this, just a little bit as a clarifier. And I pulled from my Artist Decoded Tarot. I got the Knight of Cups. And this makes sense because, Sonia, I know that there's a potential for a new relationship in your life. It's a beautiful friendship as well. And this beautiful Knight of Cups is the energy is one of love, of compassion, of empathy for another, whether it's platonic, whether it's intimate, or just a beautiful relationship of sharing of emotions. This feels very much like this individual, and this also feels very much like you, because this is the kind of energy that you put out, your unconditional love, your compassion, your kindness and consideration for other people. I feel like this card can represent both of that and this new possibility, but getting rooted and staying grounded at the same time. So, did I miss what the cards Heather and Nancy are using? Yes. So that's what I have for you, Sonia, my dear. Beautiful cards. And Nancy, you want to go and share with Peace Mama your cards? Because she just came in.
Oh, Peace Mama. This morning I had like a communication with my spirit guides and angels and ancestors, and I had like, I guess, a download, and they told me to create a deck, and and so I took out my watercolors, and that's what I did, and that's what I'm using.
All righty. And for me, Peace Mama, I am using my I haven't used this in a while. Wait a minute. My Starry Beginnings deck. One of my very first decks I ever purchased during lockdown. Followed by my Elemental Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. And I'm using, I don't have, it's called Healing Crystals Oracle. And because people know how much I love crystals, and I just love the artwork, the representation of the stones, and the messages. So this is like my go-to crystal deck. And these decks haven't really been used in a while, and they were called out for today's reading. So, oops, and I just lost half of them all over the floor.
Okay.
So, let me go ahead. We are at 5:22. Let's see. I have a show at 8. How are you doing on time, Miss Nancy?
I'm fine. I'm
Okay.
yours, Heather. As long
Okay, and
as
just
you wanna-
Nancy, not Nancy. Peace Mama was sharing earlier. I've had some wonderful growth thanks to y'all and this community, learning to balance activism, fighting off the shadows of the ugliness from seeping into my spirit and my spiritual growth. Like, what's next? So, I don't know if that's a request for a read, but we probably won't be able to get to that piece, Mama. Well, first, let's just wait and see. So, Nor didn't come back. Is Sue Toffee still here? Sue, are you here? And while I bend over to pick up my deck that just flew all over the floor. Oh my goodness. That was interesting. So, Sue Toffee, my dear, are you here? Nancy and I will pass on for people who aren't here. Yes, you are here. Okay. So, Sue is next. And I'm going to go mute myself. Make sure I put Nancy in the big seat this time. And I'm going to be doing this so we can all see your artwork closer on those cards.
Sue, the first card that came out for you is the card of grounding. It's very important for you to ground yourself. It helps you to.
You'll need to unlock your iPhone first.
Goodness gracious, I don't know why it said that.
See, was that C3PO?
No, that was SIRI. I don't want to say it out loud, or it'll pop into action again.
Gotcha.
But it's very important for you to do that when you connect with spirit. The second card is the wind of spirit. And the wind of spirit is moving through these trees, and it's moving all around you, Sue. Spirit has messages for you. There may have been some doubt in your life, but your doubt is turning into certainty because of the help and the presence of spirit. You have complete support of your spirit guides. And this is a very strong message for you, Sue. There should be no doubt in your mind whatsoever. They have got your back, and they are definitely on your team. That's what I have for you, Sue.
All righty. So, Sue, we did have someone join us in chat. Mohammed, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Nice to see new faces. So, no, wait a minute. Sue. I wanted to say Sonia, but no, we went from that S to the other one, SU. So, Sue, what you need to focus on is being authentic. I just love this card because for the first time I'm seeing it. It's kind of hard to see, but it's like a profile. Here's her arms. Here's the body, and almost like wings. It's like she's dancing in the stardust. And it's be authentic. Your way is the only way for you. So this is about not necessarily putting or pushing our thoughts or beliefs onto somebody, or hoping to share if they're not receptive to it. This is about just staying true to ourselves and focusing on ourselves and how best we can be authentic with ourselves and then with others. Embrace this. I got the West card, completion. Now, this actually is a side view of the human brain. And what I love about the West card is a place on the medicine wheel of where we connect with spirit, our spiritual self. In a lot of ancient cultures, like Egypt in the West, that's where the spirit dies and goes, and then to be reborn the next morning. So the West is all about connecting with spirit, connecting with rebirth, and I love that it's like that final piece. It feels like you're finally getting that final piece of a puzzle. Something's coming to completion for you, and I love that. And it's interesting now. It makes sense for the last card here, because the last card that you have is about a positive experience from this. And I got hematite, and hematite for here, even though it's a grounding stone, it says mental strength as well, and your root chakra. So the mental strength, you are whatever you are completing, and it has, with the brain, the puzzle. It feels like um, it's bringing all the pieces of yourself together. Who is Sue Toffee? What are all of my pieces? Who am I? And you are taking and learning all about these different things about yourself spiritually, what what you believe in, what your own thoughts are, what your own ideology is, whatever it is. You are all bringing your pieces of yourself together, and sometimes it does take mental strength. Sometimes it's a lot, especially when it's trauma work, or we're healing, past karma, or if we're even healing relationships in this lifetime. But the pieces are coming together. You have a strong mental strength, a strong physical strength, and hematite is a very inexpensive stone. Again, you can find that at any store, and it's a great stone for grounding, especially if you do find that you have more, I don't say jittery. Well, yeah, if you're jittery, but for people who tend to need to be more grounded these days, having a stone like hematite, and this is for entertainment purposes only, again, always see your doctor, but this is just a holistic approach from, understanding crystals. Um, Black obsidian, smoky quartz, hematite, carnelian, stones that get us and ground us to the earth in our lower chakras. So that's what I have for you, Sue. It's nice to read for you. It's been a while. I don't know if I've read for you before. I might have, maybe in another channel. So um, let's see. I was just thinking about Have My Back. Wow. Okay. I'm making sure I'm trying. Hello, Liz. Good to see you. Um, and every time I see when someone says I'm very late, I always think about that scene from the first Lord of the Rings movie where Frodo goes up to Gandalf, "You're late." And then he turns around and says, "A wizard arrives precisely when they're meant to." So,
Yes.
and a lot of our readings are all mini readings as well for the collective. So that may have been a message that people coming in, you're not late, you were just in time at the right time to hear a
Yes.
message.
Yeah.
So, all righty. You are welcome, Sue. And so we're talking. So yeah, I hope everybody is doing well. So let's see. Let me take Sue off of here. Let's see. Peace Mama, I shared her comment. And Beck said, wow, fantastic card, Nancy. Love Cavern of Your Soul. So that was a comment also that I highlighted for you. And so we have two left. I have Sharon and I have Carrie. Carrie, I know that you've been in chat, you've been responding. So, Carrie, are you here? Those would be our last two. I'm gonna take a quick sip.
Who was the person? Was it Carrie? No. Was it Carrie that is having the health issue?
I'm not. Whoops. So Carrie is here, and so is Sharon. Okay, so we'll do Carrie. Um, I know Holly.
Oh,
Holly
Holly.
was here, but I haven't seen Holly, so she may
Oh,
have left. I'm
okay.
not sure, Holly. Not sure if you're still watching. And
I
Liz says,
to read. That's why I,
did she request one? Did I miss that?
I thought she did, but maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know.
Like you said, the chat jumps.
Jumps. Okay. And Liz says here, my childhood basset hound was named Gandalf. Aw. And Beck says her son is in kidney failure.
Oh,
I'm so sorry to hear that, Beck.
Oh, Beck.
So everybody send, like we did for Holly, please send and support Beck.
Yes.
The energy, for her son. I mean, sometimes even with healing energy, kind of like a reading, we don't necessarily have permission from that person to send energy. So if we can send that to Beck and fill her up with that healing energy, that if when she goes around her son, she feels that she can give that to him from us.
Yes.
So it's been rough. I believe my brother was on a dialysis machine his whole life. Both his kidneys were no good, and when he had transplant, they didn't work either. So it was a hard life for him for many years. And hello, Karen. Good to see you, my dear. Making sure. And Scott's still hanging out with us. I know you were work lurking, so thanks for being here. And all righty, so Carrie. Now I'm going to put you in the big screen. I'll go mute myself.
Let's see, Carrie, I have 3 cards for you. The first one is Eternal Love. It's a color of love that Spirit surrounds us with. The second card is the merging of Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine. And your spirit guides feel this is important for you to be aware of both of them and to merge them so that they are an integral part of your higher self. Because when we're complete like that, that's when our heart chakra opens. And this is a card that shows that you're receiving overwhelming love from your guardian angels and your spirit guides and your ancestors. And it kind of all works together to make us complete. And that's what I have for you. I think this is a very, very beautiful card for you. And overwhelming love. If we've ever been truly overwhelmed, it takes our breath. It's just so amazing. And that's what you have.
Beautiful. Oh, Nancy, I love your readings. Okay, so Carrie, I ended up pulling an extra card because this is a 4-5 card spread, and I've only been using three of them. But there was an extra one that needed to come out, and I'll address that one last. But your first one, focus on this. See with your heart, and I love the colors in this. Very Miss Tarot D colors, but very Heather colors too. But here, seeing with your heart, and Nancy just had that heart card. The time is now to hear the messages and hearing them through your heart, feeling them through your heart. And she says, I needed that, Nancy. Thank you so much. And that just made my heart feel so much love and so much lighter. Thank you, she said. So seeing with your heart, that's what to focus on. Something to embrace the East, new beginnings. And we are and it's a portal. We're in a gateway right now, all of us, with that Sirius gateway and the new moon. So there's that beautiful portal opening up, kind of like a Stargate in a way. And she's reaching for it, and she knows that there's something brand new on that other side. So you have a lot of new beginnings coming up. And something very positive to be focused on with that. So so I'm going to go to the extra card before I get to the crystal. So, and this is a very interesting card. It says here, it's something to let go of. And I got motion, and I got the air card. And look at that, Carrie, the horses. And that's why I knew that this was important. So there's something to let go of, and it's about motion. I don't know if there's something with your horses that you wish could move further on, move faster with, but may take some more time. But there's this beautiful horse energy, movement, but it's something that may need to a certain expectation that needs to be let go of, with things moving at a certain speed or by a certain time, if that makes sense. So, but I feel like when I saw this, it was just like, yes, this has got to be this has got to be the extra card. It makes sense because of your horses, and I think you rescue and you have several of them. So I know they're a very important part of your life, and we can see that with your beautiful picture with one of your horses. So, yep, ready to step through that portal. And when it's time, those horses there, that energy, that spirit is going to move you, but it may be some time that might be needed, which makes sense with the crystal card. So a positive experience by being patient and by waiting. I got lepidolite, and it's trust. So this is third eye and crown chakra. So again, having trust, visualizing, holding that sacred space for you. Whatever this energy with the horses, the new beginnings, things are coming up. Seeing with your heart, that really keeps coming up and resonating. Your heart, trust what your heart is feeling, trust what your heart is seeing, and have faith in that. And lepidolite is such a beautiful, strong connecting us to our third eye and our spirit guides and our higher self. So that's what I have for you, my dear. Let me just get these all back over here. And let me take me off the big screen. There we go. Oh, got another one?
I,
Go ahead.
I have a reading for the collective.
Okay, let me put you.
Beck, I hope this is all right with you. We all need to set an intention right now to keep Beck and her family in our thoughts and our prayers. This has been a hard journey. And what I want our intention to be, I want us to send spirit to surround Beck and her son and give them strength and comfort, and to feel spirit's presence in a tangible way. I want us to set that intention. I want us to do it now. And I don't want us to forget this after the live. Because this is something that we can do. We're not impotent. We have power, and we have more than the power of one. We have spirit with us. And if we all set that intention, I feel like this is what spirit wants us to do. And so that's why I did that.
And she's very thankful of you too. She says, thank you so much. Wow. Okay. And Carrie just said here, Floyd was saying the spirit of freedom. Yeah. So yes, Heather, I've taken a lot more time with my baby Phil. Oh, that's where you have a baby. That's right. A lot of us have fur babies, some horses, some kitties, some dogs. So sometimes it's hard to keep track with all of us fur mamas and papas out there. As well as my second youngest horse, but I know in my heart I'm not supposed to rush the process. Okay. Trust. Okay. Wonderful. And yep, everybody's all sending back healing energy. Yep. Thank you. We got a wonderful community. We really do. And Sharon, are you still here? You are our last reading for the evening. And while we're waiting, just remind everybody what you got coming up this weekend. I know you, Ginger, and Farah, correct?
Yeah, that's at 7 o'clock on Saturday. And then let me see here. At 10 a.m. on Sunday, Ginger and I are starting a new series on chakras. And at 8 p.m. On Sunday, Scott and Jackie Jacaranda and I are going to do readings.
Okay.
That's what I've got. And then
Alrighty.
Monday is
Divine Feminine.
Feminine with Heather.
So looking forward to that. And yes, Sharon is here. So I will put you on the big screen and I will mute myself.
This is a card of spiritual growth, Sharon. And I think spirit is moving all around you. This looks like a little being just lost in the swirling of spirit. Not lost, kind of cushioned and protected. And that's you. This card, I have the name Intuition on the back of it. But what I see here, do you see this angel? She's heading towards that portal. See the portal? Can you see it? And she wants you to follow her or him. Because you are the most precious soul in the world to your guardian angel. And they want you to reach your full spiritual potential. And that's what I have for you, Sharon.
All righty. So, Sharon, I have for focus on this, you have a sensitive antenna. Here, let me. Sensitive people collect the emotions of others. So you're one of those individuals that feels deeply other people's emotions, while you're very sensitive as yourself. And sometimes that's, people say, oh, you're too sensitive. Well, no, we're not too sensitive. We just sense more, we feel more, we connect more. And so this is something to start focusing on, the energies that we absorb from other people. Something to embrace, though, is the connection that you do have with people. I have the biome, and it shows how the world, the trees, the whole planet, how we're all connected, and how we all are connected to the seasons of change and one another. And it's all about connection. So yes, while we may be sensitive, kind of touchy, maybe moody at times, to know that with the biome too and the connection again, to get grounded, and that not to shut ourselves down, but just to know when we need to put up those healthy boundaries. So yes, healthy boundaries. A positive experience to come, and I got a apophyllite again. And there's again, connection. I just realized the connection, and this card says connect. So right now, connecting with your guides, connecting with your higher self, connecting with the earth, you're connecting with others. And when you do that, just make sure that you're properly grounded, your energetic boundaries are in place, your light is around you, and those that are meant to feel your love, your light, your compassion, they will give in return and not just drain you, and not, kind of like a psychic vampire, or an energetic. You will be sustained, and they will. It's a beautiful reciprocity. It'll be a beautiful back and forth connection of energy. And yes, that's what I have for you, my dear. The first one is called The Starry Beginnings, Karen, by Cassie White.
Mhm.
And Ivana and I both got this deck, I think, around the same time. The second one is The Elemental Oracle, by Stacy DeMarco.
Mhm.
And the crystal one is called The Healing Crystals Oracle. I don't have the box here with me, but and that's what I have for you, Sharon.
Here's my apophyllite.
Very
It's
nice.
a very powerful stone. I put it on my decks before alive to charge them. I learned that from Ginger Fay. We went when she was here visiting. We went to a metaphysical shop, and oh, look at that! Oh, ooh la la!
Yeah, I have a couple, but that's my cluster
Yes,
that I got from the store I
beautiful.
worked at.
Beautiful.
And Liz was asking, is this a regular time? And I'm not sure, Liz, if you mean Nancy and I at this time, or if it's going to be a show that Nancy is doing with Ginger and or Scott. So let me just go down here and see. And everyone's thanking us. You're all welcome.
Sharon, you just have you just have
Trust.
you just have to trust. You don't. If I can do it, anybody can.
We all can.
Yeah, yeah.
We have to just get out. We just have to get out of our own way.
Yes.
That kind of tough love. That was told to me a while back. You just gotta get out of your own way.
Yeah.
And just
Oh.
that's why. Oh, for us too. Well, Liz, this was a little pop up for tonight because of the special uh, planetary alignment Stargate thing that was going on. But Nancy and I get together every Monday evening. We do divine feminine. We have discussions. We do readings. It's all to support um, and share the goddess, the divine feminine. Um, and that's at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Mhm.
Sometimes we have lovely guests like Ginger. We've had Kristen Louise, who
Mhm.
studies Nordic mythology, spirituality, and she came and shared a couple of her goddesses that she works with. Um, Dolly, Wolf Girl,
And
as well.
Diana.
Diana came and taught us about Ellen of the Trod, or Ellen of the Ways. And we've been learning about Hecate. The Morrigan have come up. And I believe, Nancy, this Monday we're going to be focusing on White Buffalo Calf Woman.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm excited about that. I need
Me
to
too.
I need to learn more about her.
Yep. She's a Native American deity or goddess, depending on, how. I'm not really sure how they prefer, you know, people that are non-indigenous, how to address her, but she's revered as, a
Mhm.
great goddess, a mother deity, of the people. So
I saw that a white buffalo was just born in Yosemite.
yeah. So this is perfect timing to be
Yeah,
talking about her. And she says, fantastic, you two. Yeah, we kind of read pretty good together. Yeah, we like each other.
we
And
do.
we do. And it makes the readings better. Not better, but it just makes reading easier and connecting when people are on kind of like the same energetic wavelength. And not
That-
everybody is. So when you find those people that you really connect with energetically, you hold on to them. You don't let go. Yes.
No, this has been fun, and thank you for letting me try out my new deck on y'all.
Thank you for being brave and vulnerable to share that, because a lot of people would be afraid to. So Nancy is showing that you know, don't be afraid to, explore your creativity. Don't be afraid to show that vulnerable side that you may have, and to I think trust,
Yeah,
love instead of fear, and to have trust.
Well, I figured if they told me to make it, they wanted me to use it.
Well, there you go. Wait
Oh
a
my
minute.
goodness, it was kidnapped?
Are you?
Oh my goodness. Oh, bless its heart. Something that little needs to be with its mama.
You know, why people have to be like this?
Mm.
Yeah, I have a story I could share, but I won't do that because we're trying to keep the. But lots of love and light that this little white buffalo
Yes.
gets returned safely to its mama, and that we, if it's not already been harmed, to keep it protected in the
Yes.
white light, and make sure that it gets back to her. So
Well, maybe by Monday we'll know. We can research it and see.
she says, or it's just missing out of nowhere. I don't know.
Oh, Floyd said she thought it was being taken care of by the tribe. Now that would be wonderful.
That would be okay.
Yeah.
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 That baby's
We all
very.
care about that little thing.
And at this time, we need messages and signs like that
Yes.
for the state of the way the
Yes.
world is.
Yes.
So, everybody, have a wonderful evening. I will be back at 8 o'clock with my girl Allison. We may be doing readings tonight. I know her and I have been having some very interesting conversations and discussions the last few weeks that chat loves to enjoy, and we love to engage chat and gives people a chance to be able to share their feelings and their ideas in a space, in a chat that's safe, and where we respect one another and maybe our differences of opinions. So it is a safe space, and so hopefully we'll see some of you back later this evening for Allison and I. And until one of our other shows, have a great night, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thank you again.